walked. It literally sounded.
It's okay.
But I want to see if it's still there.
A woman named Rachel Navarro posted a video on her TikTok account in September of this year, where she mentioned she was just watching something on her computer when she got distracted. She then notes that there's no electricity in her house at the moment and that she should be alone. This is around the point in the video where things start to get strange.
Okay, this door, Jesus, has been doing this literally all day. And look, oh my God. Please. Hello? Hold on. I'm going out there. Hello? It's just like mad dark if I don't. Jesus.
After seeing and hearing something push on the door from the hallway, Rachel goes to check it out. Eerie whispering and breathing sounds can be heard. This is definitely nightmare fuel for anyone trying to settle into a new place, especially if they're alone when something like this happens. What would you do if you found yourself in a similar situation? I think most people would be a lot more freaked out than Rachel was. Kudos to her for staying so calm. A mysterious video has recently gone viral, first reported by China Insider. The footage captures a haunting moment at an ancient monastery in China, where a centuries-old well is believed to have otherworldly powers. According to legend, those who look into its depths might see deceased family members or even vivid images from a past life. The video shows a long line of visitors eagerly waiting for their turn to peer into the famous well. A nearby visitor is seen crying in apparent hysteria, indicating that she may have seen something shocking or deeply emotional. The scene has captured the attention of people around the world, with many debating whether the well truly has supernatural powers, or if it's just a matter of suggestion and folklore taking over the imagination. The well has become a popular tourist spot, attracting visitors curious about its eerie legend. Stories passed down through generations claim that its waters act like a mystical mirror, showing visions of loved ones who have passed away, or even glimpses of past lives. These beliefs come from ancient Chinese traditions about spirits and the cycle of life and rebirth. Whether the well's powers are real or just part of local folklore, the viral video has sparked renewed interest in the supernatural and the cultural stories that keep these legends alive. For now, the truth remains hidden at the bottom of the well, waiting for those brave enough to look. One afternoon, YouTube user Rob Wakefield was walking his dog along his usual circular route, which loops around a large lake and is a popular spot for dog walkers. Suddenly, Rob's dog unexpectedly veered off the path and headed toward the water, something it had never done before. Feeling puzzled, Rob decided to record the moment on his phone, and what he unknowingly captured has left him completely baffled. Something transparent appears above the water before fading away as if it was never there. At the same time, Rob's dog seems to be acting strangely, and Rob didn't notice whatever it was until he watched the recording later. Rob Wakefield uploaded this video titled "Dog Spooked by Possible Ghost," but what do you think it is? Comment and let me know. This next post was found in the paranormal section of Reddit, uploaded by Henbrolo. The user explains that this footage comes from his friend's home, where they have a security camera in the living room. No one was home at the time. They'd always felt something was in the house, even before he moved in. Something that would tamper with the furniture, especially at night. Let's take a look at the door. Something seems to be touching the door at the bottom and slowly closing it, but how is that possible, especially with no one home? Some commenters believe it looks like a super thin arm is closing the door. Could that be the case? Does this suggest that something otherworldly was behind it? I mean, it definitely doesn't look like a human arm, does it? This next video will both break your heart and heal it at the same time. It might sound strange, but trust me. It was posted by Julietta Mooney on TikTok on October 27th this year and shows footage from a home security camera late at night. The video shows two dogs appearing to visit their owner in the afterlife. Watch this. You can see and hear the two dogs running and barking while one of the new dogs sits in a chair and watches them. There's nothing too creepy about this video, but it really shows the strong bond we share with our beloved pets. Other videos that Julietta uploaded showcase the dogs in all of their cuteness. Paranormal explorers, Moxley from Moxley's Crazy Adventures and Dan from Nighthawk, exploring joined forces to investigate an abandoned house so haunted that only two experienced paranormal investigators like them could possibly handle it. Known as the Invisible House, this eerie location in the UK is filled with terrifying figures and ghostly apparitions that will send chills down your spine as they seem to reach out and brush past you. While exploring the second floor, they pass a small statue kneeling in prayer. The way it's positioned, facing into the room, suggests it may have been left there to protect against something inside, a paranormal force that doesn't want them there. Nearby, a door closes on its own. When you slow the video down to 6 minutes and 4 seconds, you can make out the faint outline of a pale ghostly face in the window. Unaware that they've already captured a ghostly sighting on tape, they pull out the K2 meter to get supernatural consent for their investigation to continue.
Are you okay with myself and Moxley being here? Can you take it to the yellow or orange? Would you be okay if myself and Moxley used the spirit box in here?
No. Give it a go.
Give it a go.
Thank you for that.
Thank you for that.
A chill runs through them, and just as the legends describe, the ghost hunters feel a presence brush by them. They turn around to discover that a heavy cabinet door, which was open when they first entered, is now closed. They open and close the cabinet to test its weight and determine that it's too heavy to close on its own from a slight breeze. And here's the eerie part. Each time they touch the cabinet door, a ghostly object flies angrily overhead. It happens 3 times, and it's incredibly creepy. This London poltergeist is very aggressive, recorded around 3:04 in the morning. The YouTube channel, The London Paranormal 1, shares this shocking footage. At first, you only hear strange sounds coming from off-screen. And as if that wasn't enough, this happens. The poltergeist definitely enjoys making a mess. Either that, or one of the fridge magnets is possessed, as YouTuber Flabzapple suggests. But that raises a bigger question. Which one? The dog's owner says it can see a ghost in the same hallway they're in.
It's okay.
It's obvious that her dog is staring at something it wants nothing to do with. It keeps a safe distance and won't go past that spot.
Come on. Come on. Come here. Come here.
Look, when your adult dog is barking nervously and backing away from the door, it's definitely time for you to leave the room too. But at 36 seconds, the dog seems to glance at a framed picture on the wall. Maybe it saw its own reflection and started freaking out, but that's just my guess. Vanjie shared the following recording, explaining that her uncle is currently working at the notorious Cecil Hotel. As many of you know, the hotel has been the site of numerous tragic events. Her uncle found the following to be quite unusual. He was the only one walking on that floor at that time. The area was closed off due to renovation work. Some people speculated that the doors might have been moved by paranormal activity, perhaps a former resident who didn't like the renovations. If it wasn't staged, what else could this have been? A YouTuber named Andrew Duffy is facing a paranormal issue in his basement that leaves him literally shaking with fear.
Someone down there!
I'm literally shaking right now. I am on my own right now.
Hello? Is there someone in here? Let your presence known. Do something now.
He trembles throughout the entire 10 minutes and 43 seconds of this video without stopping, which would be hard to fake. So, what do you think? Is his basement truly haunted, or is it all just for views? The next video is from the YouTube channel Chava V Vive El Terror, featuring Clau. He chose to visit an abandoned building in his area and broadcast the entire experience live. While exploring the ruins, his camera captured something frightening at one point.
No sé si sea arriba, pero como que algo se pudo escuchar de momento.
On the left side, a dark figure appears. So, was this a genuine paranormal event, or is it a hoax? What do you think? The video is shared by WV Paranormal, who explained that they heard some strange noises in their yard at night. Soon after, things began to appear there as well, and that's when they started documenting it. Let's take a look.
A bobcat, perhaps? What was that? Oh, wow, that looks creepy. So it ran out of the woods towards him? Look at that. Is that a lady in a dress? Oh wow, that really looks creepy. I mean, that's no bobcat.
At this point, we can probably be pretty sure that something else is happening. This isn't an animal, guys. Let's watch the next video. Oh wow, another silhouette. Look at that. What is it? Are those two eyes, a strange nose, and a mouth? Now, I'm curious to hear what you guys think. What's lurking around in this guy's yard? The following creepy videos were recorded from inside Bet's car. She spotted something strange appear out of nowhere across the street in the woods, and naturally, she turned on her camera to capture the eerie event. Initially, she shared it with her friends and family, so she wasn't looking for any attention.
Get over here. I can't even zoom in any closer. You see it? It just walks back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I initially took the video to send it to my friend. He paces back and forth for hours and hours, not just for 20 minutes at a time. This is hours and hours and hours and days, weeks. I mean, here we are a month and a half later, and it's been still there.
She mentions that this had been happening for over a month at that point, and that the shadow is usually only visible from a distance.
Figure, it just walks back and forth every day, all day. Now, I've been over there a couple of times. As I walk up on it, there's just nothing there.
It's definitely puzzling. Some people thought it might be a strange reflection from somewhere, while others believe it's impossible or that someone was playing a creepy prank. Whatever the explanation, it's definitely a chilling incident. Lizzie Arts is terrified in her own home because she believes a ghost is haunting her.
Just woke up to smoke.
Weird things happen on camera all the time. Really creepy stuff, like when the ghost kept triggering the smoke alarm all night.
On Home Alone. I know which one it is. It's my one.
It seems like the ghost turns on the smoke alarm whenever she mentions it.
We have 2 more smoke alarms in the house. There it goes again.
There are 2 other smoke alarms the ghost isn't touching, just the one by her room. I think she should try changing the batteries and see if it stops. If not, then this video could really be paranormal, and I'm sure more creepy videos will follow. As most of you probably know, home security cameras often capture amazing things that people wouldn't believe if they weren't recorded. Sure, they often capture the boring moments of daily life, but that's not always the case. The following video is one such example. It was posted to TikTok in 2021 by a user named Lockridge Haunting and shows footage from a home security camera inside an ordinary house during the day. In the clip, we see a cute dog walking around the house, minding its business. Then, in an instant, the video turns into something pretty creepy. Watch this. Baffled. Out of nowhere, one of the doors inside the house appears to open on its own, confusing and scaring the dog. It's no surprise the dog quickly ran off after that. A second video, also posted to the same account, shows footage of a dog sleeping in its cage at night. Everything seems fine until the dog is suddenly distracted by something truly terrifying. The dog is sleeping when, out of nowhere, one of the hinges on the cage moves on its own. As for what caused it, nobody knows for sure. Hopefully, the family can figure things out soon, because it's obvious something strange is happening. Now, let's check out an update from Dino Nuggets. If you remember, he tried to get rid of a shadow entity in his house the other night, but it didn't work. It seems like the thing is still in his basement, and tonight it's back, causing trouble and scaring the poor guy.
JC, this is what I have to deal with. Here we go.
The activity seems to draw him back into the basement once more.
Hello?
Although he didn't capture anything on film aside from terrifying noises, his camera did record something at the start of the video. Do you see the dark shadow? It moves down the stairs again. How creepy. Do you have any questions you'd like to suggest for Dino? The footage we're about to discuss was uploaded by Rochelle G. She captured something disturbing while exploring an abandoned house. The property once belonged to a married couple, the Evan Roots, who were known for their happy life together. Unfortunately, their story took a tragic turn when an intruder broke in one night, leading to their deaths. Heartbroken, the couple's family chose not to sell the house in order to honor their memory. Instead, they decided to rent it out, but tenants quickly reported strange occurrences, including drastic temperature changes and shadow figures seen outside the windows. Many renters, spooked by the eerie atmosphere, eventually left, leaving the house vacant. When Rochelle entered the home, she set out to document any paranormal activity, but unknowingly captured something chilling on camera. As she explored the dimly lit rooms, an unexpected moment caught her attention. While panning the camera toward a door, a shadowy silhouette that looked like a hand briefly appeared in the corner of the frame before disappearing behind the doorway. Unaware of what she had just captured, Rochelle approaches the spot where the hand appeared, only to find the area completely empty. This moment is especially eerie because it's the same location where Mrs. Evan Root was tragically found. Could this be the ghost of Mrs. Root, or perhaps a squatter watching her? Considering the layout of the area, which has no exits, it's hard to say for certain. One thing is clear though, after what she experienced on camera, Rochelle has no intention of returning to that house anytime soon. Harry McClary posted a video to his TikTok account on February 7th, 2021, showing him in the dark as he films something that's disturbing him in his house. Right from the start, something creepy happens that you might not catch unless you're really paying attention. Watch this and see if you spot anything unusual. If you look closely, you should be able to see what looks like a shadow moving on the other side of the door at the bottom of the floor. From here, even more eerie things start happening. Check out this part right here. A dog toy can be heard beeping on the other side of the door, which scares Harry. Just when it seems like things can't get worse, something else happens just a few seconds later. As soon as Harry opens the door, the dog toy is seen lying on the floor, and the ceiling lamp starts swinging wildly before the video cuts off suddenly. This leaves us all questioning what we just witnessed. I don't know about you, but I think Harry should seriously consider finding a new place to live as soon as possible. Sylvia C. uploaded a video that left her viewers feeling uneasy. Known for capturing disturbing footage, this particular video took a darker turn as Sylvia's reactions were shockingly genuine and unsettling. The video, filmed late at night, an hour filled with darkness and mystery, started with her simply watching television. What began as a normal evening of relaxation was suddenly interrupted.
Guys, I heard things happening in the kitchen again. That cutlery's moving. I saw that tin was moving. I saw that tin move. Oh my god, that one's just moved. It's in the kitchen. Why are you moving things again? Oh, I better get out. Please don't move any cutlery. Please don't throw a knife. Spirit, oh my god, let's just shut that door. Washing machine. Oh, spirit in the kitchen. What? Oh no, guys, let's just move that chair.
As Sylvia entered the kitchen, the atmosphere grew tense, and inexplicably, objects began to move on their own. Knives clattered, cans rolled across the counter, and the washing machine shook violently as if taken over by an unseen force. It was unnatural for these things to move by themselves. Overcome with fear, Sylvia quickly left the kitchen, hoping to escape the strange disturbances. But the ghost wasn't finished with her. About 15 minutes later, a new wave of unsettling sounds called her back. Driven by a mix of curiosity and fear, she returned to the kitchen. Going back turned out to be a huge mistake, one Sylvia would regret deeply.
Lights are moving in the kitchen. I'm scared to go through in case.
This time, plates from the drying rack were thrown onto the floor with terrifying force. In a panic, Sylvia rushed to her room, her heart racing as she lit a cigarette, her hands shaking. Despite the horrifying experience, she was stuck, with no choice but to endure another week in the haunted house. After those terrifying events, a few days of unsettling calm followed, but the false peace was short-lived. It was only a matter of time before the evil spirit would return, bringing more fear.
Hi guys, I've just put the camera on because the cameras went on again. He's in the kitchen again. And that plate's moving again. Oh my god, guys. Oh, guys. Oh. Oh. Why are you doing this to me?
In a terrifying turn to the already unsettling events Sylvia had faced, an object was suddenly thrown through the air with frightening force, a plate aimed directly at her. By sheer luck, she narrowly avoided its potentially harmful impact. Shaken to her core, Sylvia reached her breaking point with these eerie occurrences. Seeking answers, she urgently called the local priest, begging for a house blessing or any help to stop the supernatural disturbances. Thankfully, her collection of convincing evidence persuaded the priest to act quickly. The outcome remains unknown, leaving us to hope that Sylvia found the peace she so desperately needed. Sometimes, you can just feel the presence of evil in certain places, even in your own home. Posted by Big Daddy Marco on the Very Spooky Video subreddit, the Redditor shares that he's been quarantined in a haunted house. Originally uploaded to YouTube by Donnie Drunker, he writes, "Since being in quarantine, paranormal and haunted activity has manifested in poltergeist activity on almost a daily basis. I believe the entity is demonic in nature." Terry, the poster, explains that this is an update and recap of footage captured during his live stream. He also mentions that he believes there's more than one spirit in his home. Using a paranormal tool that detects movement, the recap shows something clearly present in the hallway, with its presence being revealed multiple times. In the final clip, a kinetic image appears, and Terry commands the entity to leave. After a brief moment, it does, as he instructs.
Trespass against us. I'm shaking so bad right now, man.
it disappears from the monitor. Some commenters suggest that Terry should bring in a demonologist to remove the entity from his home. What would you do if you sensed, heard, and saw a demonic spirit in your home? Would you stay or would you leave? The next videos were recorded by Chris, who, after using a Ouija board with his cousin, started experiencing some terrifying activity. It's clear he may have opened a door to something from another world.
I heard it, but I didn't see it. I still hear it. You can hear that, can't you? I can. It sound like tapping. Everybody's like, oh, it's the hutch. It's the hutch. It's like the second time tonight.
Something unseen seems to be messing with this man's furniture and even scaring his stock. Let's see how this case unfolds in the future. A Reddit user named Entire Thought posted a video just a couple of days ago that's sure to excite and intrigue UFO enthusiasts. The video was filmed in the middle of the ocean during a stunning sunset. What seems like a calm and peaceful video takes a very strange turn just seconds later when the cameraman pans the camera around and we see this.
Look, nothing in the sky at all. Then all of a sudden, bam! What is that? Anybody tell me what that is? We're in the middle of the ocean. On a ferry. Nothing around. Look. Nothing around. No land, no nothing.
A group of glowing orbs can be seen hovering in the sky over the ocean as the cameraman watches in awe while riding a ferry. Interestingly, one person in the comment section mentioned seeing something very similar back in 2013 off the coast of Murrells Inlet, South Carolina. The Redditor was camping with friends when they spotted 3 lights with an orange hue at a similar height to what's shown in this video. Initially, he thought they were military flares, but after the lights stayed in the sky for several minutes, he ruled out that idea. So, what do you think about this strange sighting? Do you believe the footage captures real UFOs over the ocean, or could it be something else? Let me know in the comments below. This video is from the YouTube channel Liam Neville. Two friends decided to visit the abandoned and haunted Rolling Hills Asylum at night. While exploring the building, they captured something truly terrifying on camera in one of the corridors. For a brief moment, a shadowy figure appears in the corridor.
Yeah, that's
That one mark.
that is pretty weird. I'm gonna take a couple pictures. 'Cause this is definitely shadow hallway. I think there's people at the end though. Yeah, there's definitely somebody down here. There's a light coming from that. Unless there's a light down there. Whoa.
Yo. Hold up, dude.
Dude, I definitely saw.
Did you just see what I saw?
I did see it.
No, you didn't.
No, I
Did
swear to
you?
God, I saw it.
No.
Yeah, dude, it's on camera.
There isn't much information about this clip, but what do you think? Is it a real ghost caught on camera, or can it be explained by something else? Family gatherings are important for building strong connections and creating lasting memories. They offer a chance to bond, share stories, and celebrate traditions, strengthening our sense of identity and belonging. However, sometimes family gatherings can turn terrifying, just like the one shown in this next TikTok video. The footage, uploaded by user Salguero Juega in October of this year, shows his whole family sitting at the dinner table. Everyone seems to be enjoying themselves, with plenty of smiles and conversations. But things take a dark turn when Salguero, the one holding the camera, turns around. Take a close look at the outdoor area and see if you spot anything strange. Let's watch. A strange, ghostly woman appears, standing eerily still and watching the family as they enjoy their gathering. The woman is dressed in white and has long black hair, reminiscent of Samara from The Ring. Some viewers have pointed out that she looks like the pale lady from Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, and I have to agree. Since there's no audio in the clip, we can't know for sure how Salguero reacted to this encounter, but it's safe to assume he was terrified. Let's just hope that the next time Salguero and his family gather, they choose someone else's house, just to be on the safe side. The next video was uploaded by Ryu, who explains that it was recorded during a protest several years ago. The person filming was simply documenting the evening, panning the camera around the crowd for documentary purposes. However, when he rewatched the footage with his family the next night, they noticed a few frames that revealed something unsettling. Rue believes it to be a demon or a malevolent entity that happened to be present that night and was caught on camera by chance. But could that be true? Just look at the enormous mouth of whatever it is. It's definitely a terrifying sight. The following is a video from the early 2000s that apparently had been shared by a group of friends who were investigating an urban legend. It is said that this house was used for many evil rituals in the past, and that, to this day, the spirits of long-forgotten times can still be seen ever so often. Of course, the group didn't think these ghost stories were valid, and they searched one particular room, which, based on their report, felt a bit strange. As they were investigating the collapsed floor, an anomaly appeared in the background. A transparent-looking figure is coming out of the floorboard. It has 2 black holes for eyes, which makes the cameraman retreat in fear, causing the group to believe that this was a real ghost for sure. Could it be that the ghost stories are true after all? The next video is from the YouTube channel Creepcaught TV. Frank returns to the same cemetery he visited last time, where he recorded a chilling figure of a child. This time, he goes back to the graveyard and captures something just as terrifying.
Coming back to the area where I seen the ritual taking place, there is some things that are missing from that area. The last I checked on the Discord during the daytime, but I want to see if it's still there at night, or if anything else is missing since the last time I was back here. I checked briefly with the night vision. I didn't see any light, so I'm not under the impression there's anybody out here. There's something in the sky right now. I'm not sure what that is. Right above the graveyard. Not sure what the hell that was. It's just like something flying right over, but super quiet. Alright, I made it. Or I'm getting there, towards the area with the candles are that way. But there's no lights anymore. So I'm assuming no one's been there in a minute. Oh. I just got something moving on camera. It was just moving like that. Just now I seen it. And I was going to the area where the ritual happened.
Suddenly, while exploring quietly, Frank notices something. We see a strange white mist that floats by and then vanishes into the air. He continues his investigation and soon captures something creepy once again.
Did not think that this was out here. At this point now, I'm going to see if I can make my way back into the church, or not the church, but back into the cemetery, towards where I seen that creepy face staring back at me. And I'm probably going to ask questions, see if it could do it again, so that way I could have some sort of contact with it. And I don't know, let's just see. That was one creepy experience. Especially when I first seen it, I thought it was like a child there, which was still creepy in itself, but when you turned the corner it was gone. I felt like it was going to get attacked. But I'm heading back up there now, and let's see what I can get. This is a creepy area where I seen the face staring at me behind the wall. What the hell is that? Hola? Hola? Because it was just right off the corner here. I thought for sure it was like a kid or something.
As Frank approaches the spot where he last recorded the terrifying apparition, he captures something strange at the same grave. A mysterious mist appears and vanishes, just like before. Did Frank capture something paranormal during his visit to the haunted cemetery, or is there a logical explanation? What do you think? This video was recorded by two friends visiting a well-known house, which was widely covered in the news at the time. A young woman tragically lost her life there after being kept in the basement by the owner, and horrifying events occurred there. Now the house stands abandoned, but even so, it seemed that something still lingered.
This is a freaky house.
Look at the window on the right. Is something moving the curtains? It almost seems like it, doesn't it?
What was the basement like? Where?
Let's take another look at the window. It almost seems like something is standing on the other side for a moment. How mysterious? Or could it just be a reflection from outside?
This is the basement where the little girls. Dude, come here. As you can see, this is what the basement looked like. That's oh hell no, this is serious too. Dude, I ain't fucking. Dude, I ain't fucking. Swear to God.
Could it be that the girl's spirit is still trapped in this house? Some people believe that's the case, unfortunately, but let's hope that's not true. This video was recorded in an old house by a young man who says paranormal activity has become almost a daily occurrence. He recently moved in and didn't think much of it at first. Loud noises and things falling down usually have logical explanations, right? But when he started to occasionally see the shadow of a little child, he realized something else was happening. The man has no pets, so whatever he recorded in this video remains unexplained, at least for him. A strange moaning can be heard, which really spooks the cameraman, but with the fan and car noises outside, it's difficult to determine where it's coming from. It looks like a pair of eyes, which, considering he has no pets, makes this sighting quite strange. If we believe him, of course. There also seems to be something hiding behind the sofa chair, but what exactly it is remains unclear. In my opinion, could this be a real haunting? Exploring with Angelo is a popular YouTuber who often posts videos of himself exploring abandoned and haunted places around the world, usually with terrifying outcomes. In this video, uploaded to his channel on July 10th, 2024, Angelo heads to a creepy forest to camp and explore in the middle of the night. As if that wasn't creepy enough, he also uses a Ouija board. This is definitely a recipe for trouble. Around the 11-minute mark, Angelo is filming the area and talking to the audience when he gets a huge scare. Watch this.
Weird how the spirit talkers. Oh, there we go. Okay, I was gonna check if it was running. That's why I stopped. We got Fred. Who's Fred?
Bernadette.
Bernadette.
Carol.
Carol. Getting a lot of names. Common theme here, apparently. Lots of names.
My family is here.
Whoa, my family is here. Okay. What the f*** is that? What is that noise? Hello? What the hell? That was loud. That was definitely not an animal noise. There's no way.
Strange knocking sounds are heard from deep within the forest after the Spirit EVP app says, "My family was here." How creepy. Fortunately for Angelo, nothing too unsettling happens for a while. The next scary moment doesn't come until around the 42-minute mark in the video, when Angelo, inside a tent, begins to hear something that sends chills down his spine.
It literally walked as it walked. It literally sounded as if...
Stacy.
What the was that? It literally sounded as if... It literally sounded as if...
An eerie sound is heard right outside Angelo's tent. Before hearing this, he had ended the Ouija board session because he thought something was getting closer to the tent. He might have been right. Angelo continues with his night, but he doesn't stay comfortable for long.
What is going on here? Oh my... Okay, what is that? What keeps doing... We're just gonna set this aside for a moment, because... that was a bit much. That was that sound again. What the...
He hears the strange noise 2 more times before he decides to pack up and leave, which, in my opinion, was the smartest choice he could have made. If he had stayed, who knows what terrifying things could have happened to him. Angelo may have a whole YouTube channel focused on exploring the world's most bizarre places, but I think he'll think twice before venturing into a forest like that at night again. Carmen's home is more haunted than ever by the ghost of the previous owner, a man who lived there for 50 years and whose spirit won't leave. The more she tries to communicate with the ghost, the more it seems to understand her. These videos were recorded using 3 different spirit boxes, and each time, the same male voice talks to her.
Turn this off and listen, okay? I'm gonna listen. Holy...
Should we talk?
We should talk. I'm trying to talk to you. Is there a demon in my house? Can you tell me what color my shirt is?
As time goes on, its powers grow, and it appears to feed off her energy and the attention it gets.
What's your name? And the flashlight went on.
One night, while opening the front door, she encounters what seems to be the source of her fear. A shadowy figure with demon horns stands over her for a moment, before disappearing. Then, unexplained lights begin to follow her from room to room. At first, I thought she was shining a flashlight against the wall, but take another look. It starts out small at 2 minutes and 8 seconds, then gets right in her face before fading away. At no point do you see a beam of light from her flashlight because she's not holding one. If this is just random dust, then explain why it's coming out of the chest of this creepy doll and moving directly towards her camera. The paranormal activity seems to be getting stronger, so I'll keep you updated on new events as soon as they happen, which I'm sure will be soon. And if you're wondering why Carmen pays so much attention to the ghost, it's because ignoring it apparently makes it angry and leads to even worse things happening. TikTok user Kubokoi has sparked a lot of curiosity and unease with a series of creepy videos. After buying a doll from a garage sale for their reselling business, the user claims strange and unsettling events started happening around their home, leading them to suspect the doll might be haunted or cursed. In the first video shared by the user, the doll is seen sitting harmlessly in a box, but things soon take a creepy turn. The box seems to move on its own, setting the stage for a series of events that would leave Kubokoi and their growing audience deeply unsettled. The activity around the home intensifies shortly after the doll arrives. In a late-night video, the user is awakened by strange noises. They find water running in the bathroom sink with no clear explanation. Before long, more strange activity happens in the bathroom. The shower curtain starts moving. When the user checks behind it, no one is there.
If you're in here, can you move the curtain again?
In another video, the user hears strange noises coming from their bedroom.
See if anything happens. Oh, and there's knocking.
As they record, something creepy happens.
Hey, if you can hear me, can you move something? Move it again? I swear that bottle just moved.
A water bottle moves on its own with no obvious explanation.
Yeah, look, you can see the water inside moving everything.
Determined to get to the bottom of things, Kubokoi tries to reach out to any possible spirits using a Ouija board.
Do you have a name? What is your name?
And things don't go well.
You have to move the little plastic piece to reveal letters and spell something. It just moved. Alright, I'm done.
The most terrifying moment happens in the final clip. After hearing more strange noises, the user decides to investigate.
I'm hearing voices coming from there. The last like 20 minutes.
Watching it again, a shirt is seen hovering eerily in midair before suddenly falling to the ground. The user believes the garage sale doll brought a curse or spirit into their home. Some commenters agree, suggesting the doll might be tied to residual energy or even a malicious entity. Others offer more logical explanations, like vibrations or drafts, though they still find the events unsettling. As the eerie occurrences continue, Kubokoi has expressed increasing concern for their safety. Whether the doll really has a supernatural presence or there's a more rational explanation, one thing is clear. This haunting story has captured TikTok's attention, leaving viewers eager for the next chilling update. A mysterious video posted by the YouTube channel Everything Empty Always Alone takes viewers on an eerie journey through what appears to be a completely abandoned Phoenix, Arizona.
I'm downtown Phoenix, and there's nobody.
Over the course of several hours, the once lively city is shown as a ghost town, completely empty of people. The video starts with the narrator driving into downtown Phoenix during what would normally be peak hours.
9 a.m. on a weekday in downtown Phoenix. Like, this is impossible. I am stopped in the middle of an intersection in downtown Phoenix.
To their surprise, the major streets are completely empty. No cars, no pedestrians, not even a sign of movement.
My car is parked in the middle of the intersection. Look at this crazy.
The silence is overwhelming as the narrator remarks on the surreal, almost apocalyptic atmosphere. The narrator pulls into a gas station to refuel, but they're faced with out-of-order signs and repeated declines on their payment card, even though they have enough funds.
I try to get gas. One gas station said out of order. At this gas station, my card isn't working. It says declined. I got plenty of money in my account. It says declined. I tried it 3 times in a row. Declined.
They try calling their bank, but are only met with an automated message, leaving them unable to fix the problem.
Your phone has been deactivated. If this is an emergency, please hang up and dial 911.
As they continue their journey, the narrator notices several self-driving cars moving through the streets, eerily empty of passengers or drivers.
Look at this car. Look who's driving this car. No one. No one's even in this car. You see that?
Parked trains and buses remain still, powered on, but completely empty.
There's literally no one in this empty parked train. It's still running. It's running. It's parked. It's empty. There's no one in there. There's no one driving it. There's no one sitting in it.
The absence of any human presence creates a dystopian scene straight out of a science fiction movie. The narrator enters a grocery store expecting to find employees or shoppers, but instead finds the store fully operational, yet completely empty. The lights are on, shelves are stocked, and registers are working, but the place is unnervingly quiet. Public spaces, including office buildings, are just as empty, causing the narrator to question the reality of what they're seeing. As the video comes to an end, the narrator's discomfort is clear. They speak of a growing sense of isolation and disconnection, mixed with paranoia over the strange events. Am I being watched? Is this real? They ask, leaving viewers with an unsettling and unresolved ending. The video has sparked intense discussion online, with theories ranging from an elaborate hoax to a glitch in reality or a hidden conspiracy. Whatever the explanation, the eerie visuals and strange encounters documented by the narrator make this a chilling story that leaves viewers with more questions than answers. This video was recorded by a worried father who came to the realization that something supernatural was happening in his house. Most of the time, these occurrences took place when he was home alone.
Alright, check this out. There's this noise coming from the bedroom. But my wife and my baby, they're not here. They're not in the bedroom. And this noise happens every day at this exact time. Man. Yeah, there's no one in there. No one.
Some people think they can see something standing in the doorway. Is that possible? Could it be a ghost in a white dress? Or are people just imagining things? Maybe these strange occurrences have a more logical explanation. On the Alien subreddit, a Reddit user shared an intriguing video of a supposed UAP, unidentified aerial phenomenon, sighting that is bound to excite enthusiasts. In the footage, a young boy films the evening sky and notices something unusual. The video shows what appears to be a strange object or phenomenon in the sky.
Oh my god! What the Tata!
Oh.
Tata! Снимай. Мой наши телефон.
Gdje sam, gdje?
Eno ga. What the nestalo?
Nestao?
Eno ga, eto.
Ne. Šta se dešava?
What the? Oh my god!
Nema ga.
Ali vidi se ovako.
Kako je brz?
What the? Stavi na internet, tata. Majke ti. Otišlo, tata. Vidi koliko brzo. Tata.
Kako nisam brže vidio?
Otišlo, nema ga, gotovo.
Ja ti kažem da nesi kameru, ti spraviš pametan.
The boy seems amazed by the strange shape in the sky, which has been described as shifting like the surface of the sun, with intense brightness, a description that fits perfectly. He continues filming the anomaly for as long as it's visible. By the end of the clip, the object slowly fades into the night sky, leaving him with a memory that will likely stay with him forever. Many viewers in the comments are amazed by the footage, and it's easy to understand why. The clip seems authentic, and the appearance of the supposed UAP is definitely unsettling. Of course, videos like this are always open to interpretation, so I'm curious to hear your thoughts. Do you think this is really a UAP, or could it be something else? Let me know what you think. The next video is uploaded by Thomas. It was recorded by a camera mounted in a man's car during a nightly drive. He received a call and decided to pull over to answer it. While he seemed distracted, his dash cam captured something sinister in the back seat. Many commenters speculated that the man was driving on a haunted stretch of road that night. Could that be true? Has he gotten himself into some ghostly trouble here? It's definitely a frightening sight, wouldn't you agree? Who knows what that thing could be? The next video is from the YouTube channel Stylo Paranormal Files. A couple chose to visit a haunted hotel for an investigation, where they captured something truly terrifying. In the first video, we see a dark figure standing in the doorway, and in the second, a shadowy figure moving across a corridor from left to right. Did they capture a real shadow man on camera, or is it all just an elaborate trick? Jeff and Phil found themselves alone in the eerie, desolate Calking Lee Works. As they explored the quiet, abandoned halls, their solitude felt both like a blessing and a curse. While trying to connect with the lingering spirit of the place, one of their cameras captured something disturbing, an unexplained anomaly that hinted they might not have been as alone as they believed. The eerie silence was suddenly broken. That first mysterious anomaly was just the beginning of what was to follow. Just minutes later, as they tried to make contact, another chilling event happened out of nowhere.
Now, as Jeff said earlier, chalk has been mined here for many years, hundreds of years. And the quarry, which is now disused, the first quarry, is not that far from here. Literally a stone throw. Now, I believe that it was all dug by hand, by shovel, and as the pit got deeper, men were lowered down on ropes, and that's how they dug it out, hanging on the end of a rope. Is that something you would have seen or did? Later on, as time progressed,
Phil?
Yeah?
There was something, I think, something moved. I wasn't too sure.
Okay. Did you just walk across me or behind?
During the session, as Phil asks a question, hoping to capture the spirit's voice on their device, something even more unsettling happens. In a moment of stillness, with neither man moving, the camera catches a shadow gliding between them. Could this be the spirit they had been trying to contact? The answer remains unclear. The following is an intriguing clip posted by StayRB in the paranormal section of Reddit. The user shares that he grew up with his grandparents, who owned a local pub. People often claimed the pub was haunted, and some even said they had seen ghosts there themselves. Today, RB is sharing a short clip from the pub's camera. He says, "This is a small clip I have on my phone from the pub's camera. It shows the man who used to follow me around in my grandparents' pub. We can see someone peeking around the corner here. Pretty creepy, to be honest. His family does believe this was a paranormal encounter. Of course, there's no proof to back this up. Maybe it was just a creepy guy, but why would anyone do this if it wasn't staged? Who knows? The next video is from the YouTube channel Kinjo. It's a brief clip from a security camera at an old farmhouse in Ohio. We notice something really strange on it. There's a shadow mist or figure in the video that oddly moves along the path. What do you think? Could this be a real shadow figure caught on camera, or is there a logical explanation? The next video comes from the YouTube channel World Paranormal, where short recordings are shared from a supposedly haunted house. It all began with a mysterious and cursed doll that was found in the building. Since then, the team has been experiencing daily poltergeist activity, which continues to grow more and more apparent.
Bro, our fridge just opened. Smoker trying to waste electricity. We'll get some because every time something happens, I can barely ever catch it. I swear I just seen something move over there. Don't mind you, we gotta clean. I got a daughter, so she's a little reckless, and I gotta wash some cups. Bro, I just saw that out the corner of my eye. I wish I would have got that. Can you make it move again? No? Okay. Bro, stop playing with me. Hello? Hello? Can you do it again? Man. Bro, you just spilt water all over my floor, dude. Are you serious? So, here we are again. That little bottle of candy you see right there either jumped or slid or rattled, but I heard the candy shake for sure. That definitely wasn't quiet about that. So we're gonna see what we can get. Can you make it move again? If there's anything here, can you make it move again? Well, in the meantime, here's our new beautiful cabinet we got for the
haunted dolls. We got it for like 30 bucks. I had to clean it. Super dusty. And then it turns out that the dolls won't even fit in it, which sucks because it is such a beautiful cabinet. There's a lot of space down here, but you know, I'm not doing that. I don't want to shelter them away. But yeah.
Moving objects and doors opening have become a regular occurrence for them. A few days later, he decided to record the doll cabinet and managed to capture something truly chilling. In the reflection, a dark anomaly can be seen standing right behind the man. So, are these all signs of poltergeist activity, or is it a hoax? Is his apartment really haunted or not? Ross Ellison shared the following part of an investigation his team conducted at the Homestead restaurant one night. The old restaurant, located in West Seattle, was being checked out when they noticed something unusual appearing on one of the team members' cameras. They didn't know what it was at first, but after a few minutes, it was clear that it had to be an anomaly. A dark shadow appears to peek out from one of the open doors in the dark restaurant, then disappears. The team was confused and pretty sure they caught a real shadow figure. What do you think? A paranormal discovery, or was something else happening? When you're searching for ghosts, be careful. You might just find one. Posted by DNA TV in September 2019, this video is not for the faint of heart. The description reads, Lexi returns with Dave to one of the most haunted and active locations we've ever visited. From the moment we arrived, things kicked off and didn't stop until we left. To this day, this is some of the most intense paranormal activity we've ever encountered. The gripping 25-minute video keeps you on edge as the duo explores the abandoned site, aware that it has been damaged and destroyed since their last visit. At the end of the video, they hear noises that make them freeze. They decide to investigate. Some viewers in the comments mention hearing the voices of disembodied entities throughout the video. At one point, they hear a footstep. Using an EVP, they ask the ghost if it was him walking next to Lexi. The response they get is a yes from the ghost.
If that was you, can you say yes?
If you want to walk and talk with ghosts, this haunted site is a great place to begin. The next video we'll be looking at is both sad and creepy at the same time. It was posted to Reddit in the ghost subreddit by a user named Reddit Bans Free Speak. In the video, we see the uploader sitting inside a trauma ambulance after he was unfortunately shot in the eye with a BB weapon. The man tries to stay brave on the way to the hospital, but sadly, he wasn't entirely alone in the back of the vehicle. Did you hear that? Towards the end of the video, if you listen closely, you can make out what sounds like a strange, otherworldly voice saying, "It's fine, I am ready." Interestingly, it seems like the uploader didn't notice the voice at the time of recording because he doesn't react when those words are spoken. I can't imagine how terrifying it must have been for him to hear that voice when he played the video back. If this video is real, it raises a lot of questions. Who or what was saying that? And why did it say, "It's fine, and I'm ready"? Ready for what? The people in charge of that ambulance might need to do a paranormal investigation to see if it's truly haunted. This next mysterious video is said to have been recorded in a hospital in either West Sumatra or Malaysia. CCTV footage shows a hospital ward with patients lying in bed, but there's something else in the footage that's really scary. A a small shadow figure, about the size of a child, can be seen standing next to one of the beds. Hospital visitors walk right through the apparition as if it's not even there. Even creepier, the story goes that the patient in the bed passed away shortly after this chilling footage was recorded. It makes you wonder, did something come to visit them before they passed? Or perhaps something came to take them away? You decide. The next video was uploaded by Sinister Hendrik Alves. It was filmed by a family in the United States who have experienced some very strange events in recent weeks. Apparently, they've received multiple motion alarms at night, only to find odd hovering objects moving through their yard and driveway. This is one of their latest recordings. Could it just be spider webs or a bug? The family thinks that's very unlikely. It happens so often at night that they believe something else is at play. What do you think, paranormal? Or is there a more logical explanation? Here's a quick and weird one from the Facebook page, Maine Coon Town. See if you can notice anything unusual. While the size of the Maine Coon grabs attention at first, it's what happens in the background that freaks out commenters. If you watch closely, a bag seems to move on its own. However, some sharp-eyed commenters think the whole video is AI generated, pointing out the weird, almost unnatural look of the cat's face at the beginning. It doesn't seem quite right, so it's possible the whole thing is a hoax. Either way, I'll leave it up to you, the viewers, to decide. Now, onto a strange CCTV encounter that left people puzzled on Reddit. The video is said to have been originally recorded by a family. When they were reviewing the footage one night, they noticed an unusual object appearing on screen and couldn't quite figure out what was happening. People note that it appears to be a human-like figure that appears for just a few seconds as a car drives by. This led many to wonder if it could be related to one of the car's passengers. Who knows, maybe that's the case. Or perhaps it was just a glitch caused by the camera lens. The next video comes from the YouTube channel Ricky Velasquez. He once again explores abandoned ruins where he stumbles upon something mysterious during his investigation. At one point, he notices a figure outside.
Buenas noches. ¿Quién vive? ¿Qué es eso, mamá? No mames. ¡Ey! ¿Están viendo lo mismo que yo estoy viendo? ¿Qué es eso? No mames. ¡Ah, la bestia! ¿Lo están viendo? Acércate. No ma, ¿qué es eso? Le están saliendo alas. No te pases de... Oh, no te pases. Oh, güey.
Hola?
At first, Ricky thinks it's a person and attempts to communicate, but there's no response. He then runs to get a closer look, only for the figure to vanish into thin air. So, was it a real shadow figure or just a trick? Could this be a stunt to boost viewership, or is this a genuinely eerie moment? What do you think? Next, we have this mind-bending clip. Watch it first, and then we'll take a closer look at it. As the chair spins, it looks like the boy's arm goes right through the armrest. While some viewers believe the boy's arm moving through the armrest could be explained by the timing and position of his arm, others have brought up a more unusual explanation involving quantum mechanics, specifically quantum tunneling. Quantum tunneling is an intriguing phenomenon where particles manage to pass through barriers that they shouldn't be able to cross according to classical physics. This happens because quantum particles like electrons or photons don't have fixed positions, but exist more as probability waves. These waves are described by something called the wave function. In simpler terms, think of trying to roll a ball up a hill without enough speed to make it over the top. In our everyday world, the ball would just roll back down. However, in the quantum realm, particles can sometimes tunnel through the hill as if magically appearing on the other side. This isn't about physically digging through the barrier, but rather a probabilistic effect where particles find themselves on the other side due to their quantum nature. Quantum tunneling shows how particles can defy the limits set by classical physics, moving through barriers they shouldn't logically be able to cross, and highlighting the weird and unpredictable nature of the quantum world. So, what's your take on the video? Is the boy's arm movement just a trick of timing and positioning, or could we actually be seeing quantum tunneling at play? The next video is from the YouTube channel Leg Papa TVs. This time, he visited a haunted village. While investigating, he set up his equipment in one of the buildings, and something truly strange occurred right in front of him.
You like that song? Oh. Hello? What was that?
We see someone or something run past him. Is this a genuine paranormal occurrence, or could it just be another hoax? What do you think? This next video is one of the most disturbing you'll see today. Uploaded to YouTube back in February 2011, it shows a young woman sitting inside a house, chatting with friends and family. Everyone is in a good mood, enjoying conversation and laughter, but the laughter quickly fades when something truly terrifying happens unexpectedly. Watch this.
Vermelhinha e tal. Vocês nem esperaram pra festa aí, né, mano? Meu Deus do céu, que porra é essa, velho? Mano, eu vi alguma coisa aqui, Thiago. Tem alguma coisa que passou aqui, velho.
Ih, velho.
Tô falando sério, cara. Tô falando sério. Vem aqui comigo, cara.
Tem nada aqui, não.
Eu vi uma coisa assim, cara.
Tá louco, mano?
Maluco. Maluco. Eu vou voltar a câmera. Eu vou voltar a câmera e você vai ver.
As a man opens the refrigerator to grab something to eat or drink, a creepy ghost can be seen walking past the kitchen window, sending everyone in the room into a panic. The person filming immediately stands up and starts investigating, trying to figure out what he just saw. But unfortunately, he can't find anything. This 13-year-old video still lacks any explanations, meaning it will likely remain a mystery for a long time. What was that eerie ghost, and what did it want? These are just a few questions that may never be answered. This next story is both heartbreaking and eerie. A family mourning the loss of their daughter started noticing that items left on her grave were mysteriously disappearing. Wanting to find out who or what was behind it, they set up a motion-activated night vision camera overlooking her grave. The camera didn't record video, but it took photos whenever something moved in front of it. What they discovered the next morning left them completely shocked. Among the photos was one of a little girl walking through the graveyard at night all alone. The family had no idea who she was or why she was there. Feeling unsettled, they took the photos to the cemetery workers, hoping for answers. To their surprise, the workers immediately recognized the girl and knew exactly who she was. They took the family to another grave nearby, where another little girl was buried, Fabiola Nova Rodriguez. The workers gave the family Fabiola's mother's contact details, and the next day, the family reached out and arranged to meet her. When they showed the photos to Fabiola's mother, her face filled with emotion as she said, "That's my Fabiola." So, was this a sign from beyond, or a lingering presence tied to the cemetery? Whatever the explanation, this story raises more questions than answers, and serves as a chilling reminder of how the past can still be close to the present. Published by Little Genius in February 2022, the following footage was captured while this poor person was sleeping, or at least trying to. Gradually, the blankets are pulled down from the man's shoulders. He pulls the blankets back up, but it happens again, and then a third time. However, this doesn't seem to wake the man. A water bottle balanced on the headboard falls onto the bed. He places it back and goes back to sleep, but the bottle soon tilts and falls again. Next, a chair with a teddy bear slides forward on its own, and shortly after, it moves even more. The chair then tips backward, crashing to the floor and finally waking the man up. What force is disturbing his sleep? Whatever it is, it's one. This man will never sleep peacefully again. Skateboard Chris is a TikToker who typically shares snippets of his life and funny moments on the platform. However, there's one video that really stands out. Take a look. The footage, recorded by his security camera, shows an unseen force lifting his shirt while he sleeps. One viewer recommended placing sage and salt around his house. However, not everyone believes it's a real paranormal event. Some think it could be a prank, suggesting that his t-shirt was lifted with string or fishing line. Another observant viewer noticed a chilling detail in the video that many overlooked. Take a look at the right-hand side of the rug. Right before the video ends, the corner of the rug lifts off the ground. So, does this video provide proof of a paranormal haunting, or is it just a prank? Let me know in the comments. This video is from the YouTube channel, Believe a Paranormal Experience. This brief clip was recorded at an old funeral home by a painter. On the camera, a suspicious shadow can be seen moving around the room. So, was it a real shadow figure captured on camera, or could it be something else? What do you think? Here's a quick and creepy one from TikTok user Kevin Lara134. For a while now, Kevin has suspected that his restaurant is haunted by a spirit, as he frequently finds objects moved or locked doors mysteriously opening. To capture some evidence on camera, he films one of the locked doors. Watch what happens. The shot is continuous, but somehow the door's latch unlocks on its own, and the door swings open. So, is this just a prank or hoax, or is the restaurant actually haunted? I'd love to hear your thoughts on this in the comments below. A YouTuber named Adrian Bustamante captures another night of paranormal activity in his apartment to finally prove it's haunted. While there are several paranormal videos on his channel, the most convincing evidence is recorded on March 9th, 2017. He doesn't use ghost hunting gear, but he manages to pinpoint the supernatural activity to one corner of the room. It doesn't take long before he captures all the proof he needs.
Odd.
It appears that the object is moving on its own, but at 1 minute and 45 seconds, I'm pretty sure there's a string tied to the bottom of the glass vase. My overall conclusion is that Adrian is likely moving the object himself, but your opinion can help me decide whether this paranormal evidence is real or fake. The next clip was posted by C888, and it reads, "Video of a human-like shadow figure watching my friend, snapping baby, leaning over and looking her up and down. Any thoughts on what we're seeing here? A baby monitor at his friend's place seemed to have captured this eerie figure." Is it a guardian angel, the spirit of a family member, or just a hoax? A coffee shop in New Jersey, known simply as the Cafe, is rumored to be haunted. It was once a hardware store, and it's said that every day at 3 p.m., the old owner still makes his rounds. A paranormal investigation team set up a camera to test the rumor, and sure enough, at 3 p.m., a light anomaly appears on the wall. At first, it looks like someone is walking through the room, but it could also be light, reflecting off a passing vehicle. About half an hour later, a second camera records a chair moving on its own. It pulls out and then smoothly slides back into place, as if someone is sitting at the table. There are no visible strings or shadows, so it could very well be a ghost, as the story suggests. The ghost hunters also claim to have heard footsteps, but since the video doesn't have sound, it's impossible to verify that part of their investigation. This incident took place in May 2020, so let's hope we see more ghost sightings from this coffee shop in the future. This doll room is said to be quite haunted, and you'll soon see why. When the tassel starts moving on its own, it looks like parts of the covers are shifting by themselves, as shown by their square motion boxes. However, it's actually just this woman moving in her sleep, which is easy to overlook. So, either this is fake, or the combined paranormal energy of all these creepy dolls is enough to make this ornament move. This one will have you screaming and give you nightmares. Posted by Sarami127 in September of 2007, this YouTube video went viral and led the YouTuber to create a Pantry ghost documentary. Sarami writes, "It's been 5 months since the last sighting of the ghost in my pantry. I filmed the door myself at 12:34 every night for 4 months, waiting for some paranormal activity. On September 19th, I captured what may be the first real ghost video proof. The video starts with the pantry door opening by itself in the dark. The man filming walks toward the door and shuts it. As he backs away, a creepy figure presses its face and hands against the glass. When he steps back, the terrifying figure disappears. He approaches the door again, jerks it open, but there's nothing there. The pantry's contents seem untouched. Did your hair stand on end? Did you scream?" Some viewers in the comments shared how it made them afraid of what could be hiding behind closed doors in their own homes. Ghost Theory is a YouTube channel that explores the UK, looking for paranormal hotspots to find real evidence. In this video, the team visits an abandoned house in an undisclosed location to try to make contact with the supernatural.
So we want to try and find out who this person was or who they were, when it was abandoned, and potentially find out why if we can.
After a brief scan of the property, the team set up REM pods in the kitchen, which can detect movement.
Now we have a device down in the kitchen with an aerial. If you touch that, it will make a very annoying sound.
They then inform any spirits that might be present about their intentions.
We're here to find out if you passed away here, or if you know that you've passed on.
At first, the investigation starts off slowly. However, things quickly pick up when the team suddenly hears a banging sound.
Hello? Okay. Okay.
They hear another strange sound and capture something quite eerie on camera.
There was someone in there. There was someone just there, Joe. There was fucking
goosebumps.
The team rushes upstairs, but it's clear that no one is there.
None of these windows are open. How the hell is that? Look. That was like someone was just pushing up against it.
I was like...
That's so cool.
They then went back down to the kitchen and saw that the door was now open.
Door's open. That door's not open.
A strange bell sound starts echoing through the house, but a careful search doesn't reveal where it's coming from.
Yeah.
That was a bell.
They hear another loud thumping noise. Then, one of the investigators asks any spirits present to trigger the REM pod in the kitchen.
Thank you. If you are here and it's you and you're making this noise, are you able to... Can you set the REM pod off? Can you set the device off in the kitchen?
Undeterred, the explorers carry on with their investigation.
I've got goosebumps again.
As they enter one of the rooms, they get one last scare.
Holy that! Jesus Christ!
Later, when they went back to the room, they saw that the word bells was written on the chest.
That says bells.
Oh my god. We both noticed that at the same time as well.
Surprised, the pair speculated that the bell sound they heard earlier could be a message from the house's previous owner. With the kitchen door mysteriously opening and the bell found above the outside door, they thought it might be a warning telling them to leave the property.
And anything like bell, it's like get out, the bell's outside.
Yeah.
Don't want you in here, get out.
Whether these signs were a warning or a message from the past, the evidence collected leaves both the team and viewers wondering about the house's haunted history and the supernatural forces involved. The next video is from the YouTube channel Cryptid Hunter. He and a few friends visited a highly haunted mine. After arriving at the site, they began exploring, venturing deeper and deeper into the mine. At one point, one of the cameras captured something strange.
Tim was up here at the other end of the mine. What happened, Tim?
As soon as I shut my light off, it sounded like something slipped down there. Like full figure, like not just like a rock, but like a foot. Like somebody lost their footing.
Hello? Anybody else down here with us? Was that a hum?
I heard the hum. Did you hear the hum?
Yeah.
Did you guys walk out?
No, hold on. Is there someone down here? I don't know if we caught that on camera, but I heard a hum. Those footsteps are Tim and Katie coming up behind me, guys. Is there somebody down there?
Strange whispers were heard from one of the halls that none of the team members had noticed, so they continued exploring the caves. Eventually, they reached the spot where the dolls were left. At that point, they decided to do a spirit box session, during which they captured something truly chilling.
If you're evil, can you separate the rods from me?
It's doing it more.
Right. Now I'm here and I'm asking you to scratch my back or my arms. Point the rust to where you're standing right now, please.
You hear that?
No. What is it?
Slamming.
You heard it slamming? I didn't hear it slamming.
No? You didn't hear it?
Point the rust to where you're standing.
The dolls on the right side began to move, with their mouths and eyes shifting. After this, the entire group decided to go even deeper into the mine.
What are you doing back here, though?
I don't know.
Someone's exploring.
Wait, don't run,
What was it?
Dude. No, I'm serious. No. I saw the standing right in front of me, dude. It was standing right in front of me, figure. I don't know if I got it on camera.
At one point, something frightens them, and they run away. However, the recording only shows darkness in front of them. So, what was it? Was it a real ghost captured on camera, or just something normal, real or fake? The next video is from the YouTube channel Ricky Velasquez. This time, Ricky visits a cemetery. While exploring the cemetery, Ricky unknowingly captures a white figure on camera that quickly vanishes from his view.
Buenas noches. Extrañamente no sabría decirles, pero de un momento a otro empezó a sentirse extraño, empezó a cortarse la señal. Siento el corazón alterado, y no estoy asustado. Es que puede ser que esté percibiendo algo, como que esté, no sé, o sea, como respondiendo ante un, no sé, hasta cierta forma me siento raro, me siento, no sé, es raro.
Then, there's another sighting across the field. Did he capture something truly scary and otherworldly, or is it all just an elaborate trick? You be the judge. The next video comes from the YouTube channel Outdoor Xiaolong. He went to explore one of the many abandoned and supposedly haunted buildings in China, a maternity clinic. He had also visited this location during a previous live stream, where he ended up being surrounded by the police towards the end. After a few days, he returned to the building again.
有滴滴声呢。谁？ 谁？哎呦我操！哎，我操！啊！这要整我，兄弟们！双飞哪儿呢？哪儿？哪儿？哪儿？哪个？这个？真的假的？真的！哎呦我操你！
While quietly walking through the hospital, he hears something behind him. When he turns around and heads toward the source of the sound, he reaches the end of the corridor and a wardrobe is suddenly thrown in front of him. Shocked by this, he quickly runs away from the building. After resting and gathering some courage, he returns to the hospital, where he records something even more terrifying. At one point, when he turns the camera toward the window, the live chat notices something disturbing. They spot the pale face of someone, or something, outside the window. His viewers comment on it, and when he reads their messages, he becomes terrified. But when he checks the window, the mysterious figure has vanished without a trace. Did he manage to prove that the place is haunted? Did he really experience the ultimate terror of the night? Is this real or fake? Or could it be an elaborate setup? This next creepy clip was uploaded to the Chinese ghost hunting channel Horror Xiaolong, who recorded the video while exploring what he describes as a real haunted house, though it's more like a building than a house. Regardless, this exploration wasn't edited. Xiaolong live streamed the entire thing to his audience of 70,000 followers. And in the first part of his live exploration, Xiaolong hears strange noises that make him uneasy. Then, around 6 minutes into the video, he enters a bathroom area, and that's when this happens.
有人吗？我操你妈呀！这写什么字儿？
最怕的是这惊人。
我操你！我操！我去你妈的！哎，我操你妈！我操你妈，脚丫子！
In the reflection of the mirror, the feet of someone or something can be seen, standing in one of the shower stalls. Just moments earlier, when Xiaolong checked, no one was there. After seeing the feet, he quickly rushes to check, but again, nothing is there. Horror Xiaolong calls them ghost feet, and his viewers, who watched it live, believe it's exactly that, the feet of a ghost. But what do you think? Let me know. The next video is from the YouTube channel Outdoor Xiaolong. Xiaolong visited one of the many abandoned places in the area. However, in this particular one, something seems to not want him there and tries to force him out. While attempting to summon spirits, the window behind him falls out of its frame and shatters on the ground.
这里谁搁这里呢？谁呀？ 镜子，镜子，请把地狱大门给我打开！镜子，镜子，请把地狱大门给我打开！镜子，镜子，请把地狱大门给我打开！我去你！别打地狱大门，打窗户干你！ 怎么不听我话了呢？我操！腾！窗户上，哎呦我操！窗户上有弹痕，兄弟们有弹痕！ 哎呦我，哎，那是羊肉啊！哎呀妈，你看那是啥？哎哎哎！啊！操你妈的！操你妈！哎呀！哎！累死我！啊！啊！
He is drawn in by eerie sounds and enters a room where he approaches a window and spots something unsettling in the building across. In the hallway of the other building, we see a dark figure standing still. Suddenly, a water bottle falls next to him, briefly distracting him, but when he looks back, the figure is gone. He quickly goes to the spot where he saw the figure, but then something unexpected happens. While in the building where he saw the apparition moments before, something similar appears again. Just like before, a cabinet moves and the figure vanishes without a trace. After this, he's had enough and runs away from the place. We have no idea what happened next, so was it real? Stealth camper Chris from the YouTube channel Blot Outdoor Show teams up with his friend Mick for an overnight adventure at the abandoned St. Andrew's Church in Connaught, England. The church, built in 1769, has been deserted for almost 50 years.
We're going to do a stealth camp right next to this old, spooky, abandoned church. It's been abandoned since like the 1970s.
It's important to note that Chris isn't a ghost hunter, and he's never uploaded any paranormal related videos. In fact, he describes himself as a skeptic and doesn't get easily frightened by that kind of thing.
I'm very skeptical and that kind of stuff, so I'm not going to try and condingo, use mandingos, if you know what I'm talking about.
To add to the creepiness, the church is surrounded by an old graveyard, so Chris and Mick set up their tent among the graves and settle in. As night falls, they decide to take a look inside the old church.
There we go, folks. Yeah. Well, like I say, I'm not scared, and I'm not one of these people that get a shiver up the spine or things like this. To me, it's not spooky, but we'll still have a look around. Like I say, guys, it's been abandoned since the 1970s. Obviously, they must leave the door open now and again. I'm out of here. Sorry, guys. What the was that? Oh, I think Mick's filled his pants. I get skin in my didders on my dundies. I think Mick's got a lug of a jugger in his only pedandies. You know what I mean?
Nice big hole.
That's the fastest I've ever seen you run.
The two friends hear a loud bang that scares them enough to take a break with some cold drinks in the graveyard. After a bit, Chris manages to convince Mick to go back into the eerie old church. Unfortunately, things didn't go well.
Happy about it, but I've convinced Mick to have one more look inside this so-called haunted church. Go on then, Schmick.
You ain't got closer.
Women. Oh well, I'll go on first. Right, Mick, you follow me. I think the first time we came in, I think we just let our imaginations run away with us off, which is easy when you're in the pitch black and you're having a few. Just leave that door open, Mick, and then I can see why people come here, Mick, and do the old spooky, ghostly tours and look for the paranormal readings and stuff like that. It's not my kind of thing. My kind of thing is sitting in a tent and getting mangled, flangled, and totally grim-crumbled. But each to their own, wherever your hobby is, Let's have a look over here, Schmick. Oh, here we go. We've got a photograph of young Chris here. Oh, sorry, guys. It's not young Chris. Apologies. It's Jesus Christ. Howard the Son. Yeah, Milky Button. What the? Mix away. Ooh, shut that door. What? Right, guys. Oh, I'm not one of these ones that get scared. That, but that's twice we've been in there, and twice I've heard about it. I think Mick's dropped his guts. I think he's filled his pants. It's all right, Mick. I've got some baby wipes in my bag. That was proper dodgy, that, like.
Another loud bang echoes through the church, and the two campers have had enough. They spend the rest of the night in their tent outside and don't return to the church. But did you catch it? Chris and Mick are completely unaware of a dark, shadowy figure watching them from behind a doorway. That is, until their viewers pointed it out in the comments. Once again, Chris and Mick aren't ghost hunters, nor are they interested in making paranormal videos. So who or what is this? Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can stay updated with our latest videos.